Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. The calendar has been circled for this one for quite some time. Throughout the offseason, anticipation for an early-in-the-year top-5 clash. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will put total leather and we'll get started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Alabama's offense will get the first possession of the game. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Alabama quickly back to the line. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top-5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top-5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Running it back, it's Tanner. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Florida's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They want to run this quarterback. And it's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they can win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, looking to pass. And the pass is picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Gets it out quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Extending the play. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on third down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And they swarm him under.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll give it to him again. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Trying to get to it. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play-action fake. Skips away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Trying to punch it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. They're trying, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 7-3. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Handoff to the single back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Alabama quickly back to the line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking to pass. It's Cantrell. Quickly complete. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Quarterback will keep it. Got the first down and more. He's off to the races. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 45 on his way. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working. A lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Line gets set, first down. Wide out in motion. The hand to the running back. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Got his man to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. On the move is the 30. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Gators have their offense in high gear. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Quickly complete. Obliterates him, still on the move. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Out of the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Alabama pushing the tempo. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Grabbed in the middle. It's cool. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. 1st down for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep it.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
And the try is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Florida! And once he got loose, it was all over. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy?
They'll try to snap it quickly. Looking for a man. It's Cantrell. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Couldn't find a way to draw closer. Still an 18-point hole.
28, Alabama, 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was.
Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Off he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! The defense takes matters into their own hands. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go to the offense, but bro, we don't need you to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for space, it's Murphy. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. Really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Leaves it with the running back. He's there to make the stop.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Coates. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He gets a hand on it, and it's blocked. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And wings it incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Tanner. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Sanders. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. He finds his man.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
At the 40, there he goes. He's piled up 112 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Gators are on the move. Gets it out fast. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. The 10. Touchdown time. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. He'll pull it down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Calls his own number. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Fast motion from the offense. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Gators!
Touchdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Makes a man miss. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Alabama pushing the tempo. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Back to throw, it's Cantrell. They're bringing heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Makes a move. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gators have taken it inside the 20. On the option. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
To the ground with the back. He is smashing people. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
To the air, it's Cantrell. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Makes the catch and knockdown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Defense in press coverage. He'll keep it himself. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I just love having a decisive quarterback. Like, give him options, but he makes a decision, sticks his foot in the ground, says, I'm going to get the first down, and he gets it.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Setting up the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is going to give it another try. The old college try. Just keep kicking. Surely one will go in. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. He's going to pass. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. They go to the draw. Runs through a tackle. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Coming after it. Wiggles free. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's going to take off. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
These kind of QBs put a lot of pressure on defense. You think about it, it's so easy to roll him out to the left, a little bootleg action. Does he run it? Does he throw it? I got to cover the pass. I can't just give up the deep ball, and then he chews up a bunch of yards really quickly. So hard on defenses.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll leave it with him. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Across the 25, he's got room. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
Looking to throw. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Gator! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Getting set for the point after.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Dropping back, it's Cantrell. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it down the left side. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Dances away from the heat.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it, and he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Alabama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it...
And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Just steamrolling the defense. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. The option look. The pitch. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great play by the defense there. Backed up in their own end. Offense tried to go jet sweep, but you see the defenders. They knew exactly who was getting the football, and they made the tackle right away.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Cantrell. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41. Offense working from the pistol. Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Feeling some heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting a sack.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. The Tide offense rolls onto the field.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with the double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Cantrell. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Incomplete, and the defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Dances away. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. Got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Florida 63, Alabama 32.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Got his man. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to Gator. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He's looking to throw. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Navy put together a very impressive showing in one of the more complete victories we've seen from the midshipmen in some time. Anchors away indeed for the boys from Annapolis. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Fires left. Makes a connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Looking for a block. It's Tanner. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Stands in and takes the hit. Caught at the 25. Oh, look out on the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
77, Alabama, 32.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Tanner. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
32.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Swings it out to his running back. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Cantrell. And they got him for the sack.
A loss of 9 on the play. 3rd down coming up.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and, man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.